So, there is one thing whenever you start research or anything in the world of Thailand, the main attraction comes into some of the unique animals that you can find in Thailand. And there's one specific that is guarded as being kind of like a new, or not necessarily new, kind of like a royal in a way. It is the white elephant. Yes, most white elephant not only are considered sacred, by technicality, they're technically royals.
Oh,
Yeah, so basically they're so revered that they usually being offered to the king of Thailand. We will talk about it more soon. And historically, they have been giving very high praise, divine blessing, and a lot of power. So if you ever seen some white elephants in the wild, you can rest assured that these are going to be some very important. I wouldn't say people because they're animals, but just treat them with respect.
good thing to know going there.
Yeah. But, as a little bit of a bonus fact that I want to add to that doesn't really fit into the whole journey that I prepared, but I think it was very cute now that I notice it, is the fact that there's a very cute tradition into the everyday life in Thailand. So apparently, Thailand has in its week kind of like a color associated with every single day of the week.
Oh,
Yes, there are some colors that are lucky, some colors that are unlucky, and usually people kind of plan around it. So, the most important of these days is the Monday, where you wear mostly yellows to honor the late king Bumi Ball. But every single day has a specific color, and I'm just noticing that we kind of share the same color because
true.
today, which is a Friday for people that are listening in, it's light blue, the lucky color.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
nice coincidence.
Exactly. Yeah. I wasn't even prepared for this. I had to reread it before preparing for the show. But for the people in this room right now, if you're wearing black or dark blue, be careful because that's the unlucky color of the day.
Maybe if they're not listening on a Friday, then.
Oh, yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good. It's more for people in the room right now.
Nice. Okay. So, what's interesting about a country to know is always about the capital.
Yes, of course.
So let's dive a bit into the capital knowledge here. So Thailand's capital, which is the Thai name is Krung Thep, is actually, so the English name we would call it Bangkok, is a big thing of opposites.
Mhm.
So you can find like monks in orange robes praying next to really big LED lit malls. You can also see that it's kind of chaotic as well as spiritual at the same time, indulgent and just very deeply layered in this
God.
big city.
Yeah, since there's a lot of things to do.
Absolutely. So the layered capital you find there is actually, or the layout of the capital reflects a typical tradition which is called, or a concept which is called Sanuk.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that means the pursuit of enjoyment.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very interesting.
And it's quite cool to know because you have everything there. You have like floating markets,
Ooh.
you have tuk-tuk rides, you can have also like mango rice at midnight. So
That sounds nice.
you can find everything in this capital.
Oh, that's so nice. And I mean, one thing that I kind of want to add to that is that if you're trying to go around and have all of these experiences, be known that Bangkok traffic is pretty infamous in not only in Asia but in the rest of the world. And it's a funny thing that is sometimes it's gotten so chaotic that the monks have to bless their new cars with holy water to kind of like make sure that everything goes smoothly. And sometimes people bring their own little snacks before going to big commutes because traffic jams are going to be available. So if you go with a car with somebody and they have their own little stack ready, you know that you're going to be there for quite a long time.
Huh, it's actually good to come prepared.
Yeah.
Good to know.
And I mean, you kind of want to be prepared because one of the main reasons why you would want to even visit a country like Thailand is because of the temples that you can find there. Yes, the temples in Thailand that are called Wats are everywhere. Okay, there's murals, spirits, housing relics. You can have so many different iterations. So I'm gonna tell you like my favorite out of the bunch. I guess it's kind of like the main one. It's the Wat Pho. The Wat Pho is the home of the reclining Buddha, and it is the birthplace of the Thai massage.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
So if you're interested in getting at least the history of the Thai massage or getting some of the best ones out there, this is the place where it started it all.
Ooh, and I can actually add 2 more to that. We have also Wat Arun, which is the Temple of Dawn. So whenever there's a sunset, it's kind of glowing and it's light. Must be really beautiful.
Oh yeah, it must be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put pictures on the screen so people can see some of these beautiful like temples, and because I think they're absolutely worth seeing.
Yeah. And there's another one which is called Wat Pra Kai. So it's also called the holiest. And you have an emerald Buddha in there, which is actually made of jade.
Oh my god, that
Yep.
seems insane. Like an entire statue made of it, that must be very, very expensive as well.
Must be.
And very rare. But, you know, those are the main temples. I know some little not as known temples. I'm not gonna name them, but in some temples, things can get a little bit, I'd say, intensive, where you can find statues that are made with some, I'd say, interesting material, like, for example, human hair or glass eye donated by the devout. So, you can really see the dedication of some of the people that have built these temples, reaffirming these timeless pieces. So, be on the watch for those.
Oh, wow. And actually, we already dived right into like going to Thailand, visiting the places, like the temples.
Yes.
So let's talk a bit more about the tourism there. Thailand has actually mastered the balance of tradition and tourism.
Ooh.
So tradition, what they had like in the ancient times, they still show traditions, and then like all this modern part of the tourism there. And there's a really deep respect actually for religion and monarchy in this country still. So, for example, you should never step on Thai currency because there's the face of the king on it.
Oh, yeah, I would be pretty pissed off if someone would step on me like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's just something to keep in mind, because I think for other people it might be just a paper bill lying on the floor. And then the second part is also not to point your feet at a Buddha statue. Because this has to do with like the layers of your body or the parts of your body, and then the feet being the lowest.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, if you're also visiting a temple, there's also some etiquette that you have to abide by when visiting either homes or temples. The first one is, of course, to take off your shoes. We don't want any shoes inside temples. And at the same time, a very good important tool is to have yourself a scarf or light pants when visiting those places. So it's an item that you should keep on you most of the time as well. But I actually have a very interesting little tidbit. Maybe it's going to be a little bit of a deviation from our conversation, but it's a very interesting way that a lot of people have been looking at, the monkhood kind of lifestyle that this temple provide. Sometimes in some specific times of the year, a lot of people from rural areas tend to join the monkhood in their spiritual activity. And sometimes it is for very good reasons, to bring merit to their families or to better themselves as people. Some people have been using in some forums as kind of like a way to, I'd say, more strategic reasons. Some people have been using it to avoid military conscriptions or sometimes to get back at an ex-girlfriend. So especially during some holidays, if you find a lot more monks than you used to, rest assured, there's a lot of many reasons to join into this lifestyle. Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of rural areas and minor cities that I think a lot of people should be very interested in visiting. So I'm gonna just share with you some of the best spots that Thailand has to offer. I'm not gonna go too much in depth because Thailand is such a vast country when it comes to places to visit. If we're gonna take eons to go through all of them, but I do have some. So the first one is Chiang Mai, which is kind of like the northern capital. And in this place, you would find very fun activities like night markets, or if you want something more spiritual, this is the best place to see the elephant sanctuaries. So if you're interested in learning more about the relationship with Thailand and elephants, this is the best place to be.